All right, lovely people. Bogdan here. Welcome to another video. Today we're answering a question from our brother Abdallah in chat. He asks, how do we keep habits for a long time so that we remain consistent with them? Well, first of all, let me debunk the whole myth of already having a habit and then the worry of staying consistent with it. And I've written down here a few notes in order to explain to you how to better create these habits, because if you understand those principles and you apply these four basic principles, you will be able to create powerful habits that will last you basically for a lifetime. And once you get a couple of habits in, then you will be able to create so many more depending on the occasion. So right now, if you're in your 20s, certain habits you might be looking for, certain things you might want to implement. If you're in, even if you're not in your 20s yet and you're coming through your teens, some priorities might come up there and you want to create certain habits around them. As you get into your 30s, maybe family's gotten along, maybe a marriage, kids, and so on, or maybe in your 40s with the career, you haven't really gotten to that point in your career where you can say, oh yeah, I've succeeded, I really accomplished what I want. Maybe the thing that you're looking at, to changing your habits or implementing new ones and getting rid of some of the old ones that are not working isn't such a bad idea. So without further ado, I do want to debunk this myth of habits, having them for a long time in order to remain consistent with them. Well, it's actually the other way around. You need to be consistent with an action that you are taking in order for that action to become a habit. Let me explain. What do I mean by that is this. If, let's say, you want to go to the gym because you want to get in shape, you want to get fit, well, the habit of going to the gym hasn't yet been implemented. And you want to get consistent with going to the gym and having a workout in order to develop the habit. But there are a lot of different conflicting things when you're thinking about it, because not so many other things in your life might be aligning with you being able to have that hour or 30 minutes or 90 minutes to go to the gym, have your workout. Maybe your schedule is in conflict. Maybe you don't like waking up super early. Maybe you're super tired at night when you're coming from work and you can't really dedicate that time to, or you just don't have the energy, or you think you don't have the energy. So what I'm going to present to you today is actually going to help you tremendously. So let's start with number one. The number one core principle that you want to focus on is creating the right environment. And what does that mean? Well, a lot of people in these motivational videos that you see online, they're talking about you need to be motivated. You need to listen to this motivational music, motivational video. And listen, that's great. But that is something that you should use when you are in the gym, not something that should get you out of bed, prepared for the day, or take you to the gym and get you working out. That should be something that is psyching you up during your workout. Let's say you wanna study, you want to become a doctor. That shouldn't be something that wakes you up every single day, that motivational video. It should be something that is psyching you up through the process of learning. And it's going to make sense in a second. Where do you have the highest chance of you actually doing something? When you're in the gym working out, and when you're at home? In fact, when you're at home, there's so many distractions, there's so many other things, and other people in your household, they might not be working out. Somebody might be sitting on the couch watching Netflix, eating a bag of popcorn, and you're like, man, I'm over here trying to work out, and I mean, look at this person. Or maybe, you're going over to some friends, and they said, hey, let's come over. We'll do a workout by the pool or something. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in the middle of a party. I mean, good luck working there. So go to an environment where other people are doing the same thing, or create that environment at home. For example, if you have an extra room, get rid of all of the crap inside of it. Don't keep a laptop in. Don't keep a tablet. Don't keep your phone. Just put a mat on the ground. Uh, you know, if you could, for example, keep a laptop in if you want to play some music, or if you want to have a workout video that you want to follow step by step. That is okay. Or what you can do is you can go to a friend's place, maybe at a garage, maybe at some backyard, someplace where it's specifically designed and you have no other distraction. The thing is, if you create the right environment, the chances of you actually succeeding increase by a minimum of 10 times. And we've heard people say these things over and over and over again. Once I get the crappy food out of my house, once I get the sugary food, I'm no longer tempted to eat that, to make those bad choices. So all of a sudden, their success with their nutrition plan and them becoming fit, them becoming, losing some weight is achievable. People that surround themselves with books and growth material, all of a sudden they find themselves, okay, well, I eliminated the distractions, I canceled my Netflix, I canceled that, so I'm no longer distracted by all of these things. Now that I have a book, when you get into the office and there's already a book and you've written down the fact that you're going to read this chapter, that is creating your environment. So environment is very, very important. Second thing is, you must have a reason to develop that habit. Listen, if I don't have a reason to go to the gym, there's pointless for me to go to the gym. I must have a reason. I want to get fit. For example, if you're in your teens or maybe in your 20s, but your 30s, let's say you're not in a relationship and you're looking to get into a relationship, that should be your reason. Okay, I want to develop a habit of taking better care of myself because I want to have a date for Valentine's Day, which is coming up in February. So I have these 5 months to pretty much get ready. I want to be able to have somebody for prom, and I know school year has just started, but let me get the right things happening right now. Get the right environment, get the right tools, and I must have a reason to do it. Okay, I want to have a date on prom night, and I just don't want to have any date. I want to have the right date. I want to have the girl that I like. I want to have that girl like me also, or I want to have at least, maybe throughout the school year, some feelings are going to change because this happens a lot, especially with young people. So if you have a reason to develop that habit, you will be able to much clearly see exactly what you want to achieve. If you want to develop that habit, of course, everything around you is going to work in your favor because you call upon it, you attract upon it. Will you see a lot of resistance? Of course, your friends are probably going to be like, you're never going to be with that girl. Your colleagues might be mocking you, or somebody might say like, come on, you've been chubby your entire life, you're just big bone, that's okay. Or somebody might come to you and be like, come on, buddy, you're not that fat, it's okay, let's just go drink a couple more beers. None of that bullshit. You just cut that completely and stick to the reason. That number one reason is what's going to get you through the tough times. Is what's going to keep you on point when things start to change in your favor, and it's going to keep you accountable. So let's move over to number 3, and that is, you must be obsessed. And I want to say that again, you must be obsessed by the final result. What do I mean by that? Let me explain. Obsessed about the final result. Example, when I was young, I had on my on my screen, on my desktop, and I also had around the room various posters with Kobe Bryant and all of these major basketball players. So it was a dream of mine to really play basketball as best as I can. Now, to make it professionally, that could have been, definitely something, a goal that I could have set for myself. And maybe it is for you. Maybe you want to be the next Tom Brady, and you have posters with Brady. Maybe you want to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you have posters with Arnold and other Mr. Olympias. Maybe you want to win Mr. Olympia. Maybe you want to compete in the Olympic Games. Maybe you want to become the next David Goggins. I don't know. Whatever you choose to be, if you're obsessed with the final result, then you will retroactively look back at it. It's like a pyramid, like right here on the top. What you will do is you will have your goal. Okay, I want to become this person. Then it's like, okay, what are the other 2 things that I need to do? Then those 2 things, what are those 2 things that I need to do to accomplish those? And then you come down the pyramid, and once you start looking at it, that goal of, becoming Mr. Olympia isn't really that far out. And it's actually in the cards because you're taking care of the bottom of the pyramid, which are the easy things to do, right? Eating properly, hydrating yourself, sleeping the right amount of hours, having the right amount of proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and so on in your diet, etc., etc. Maybe your dream is to one day meet your idol. I don't know. Maybe your idol is Ray Dalio, and he only meets with people that have $100 million net worth and more. So maybe that's a good, I want to work towards that. Okay. Well, if right now I'm not even making $10, how about I work towards getting a job, getting some income, and work from that? So all of a sudden, the bottom of the pyramid is achievable, but you're also working towards that higher goal, that ultimate goal, because you're obsessed about it. And number 4, in these principles of creating powerful, long-lasting habits. That is, develop the ability to be self-motivated. I'll say that again. Develop the ability to be self-motivated. Let me just break it down. So if you need your mother to get you out of bed when you're in college, just like she did when you were in middle school or kindergarten, I mean, clearly there's a little bit of a conflict of interest there. There's a little bit of a problem. If you need your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife to constantly motivate you, to push you in order for you to live your dreams, to you go to them and you say, oh, one day I'm going to be successful, I'm going to do this and that, but you need their constant reminder and approval, and be like, hey, get out of bed, you said that today you're going to do XYZ. Oh, I don't really feel like it. Come on, come on. I'm with you. Come on, we're going to do it together. Let's do it. I mean, if that's ultimately what is getting you out of bed, and that's what you ultimately rely upon every single day, I don't know, but it's a conflict of interest, and it doesn't really get anywhere. So again, to recap, so number one is having the right environment. You have the right environment, you're going to increase your chances a minimum of 10 times. Number two, having a reason to develop that habit. You must really have a goal set in mind, something that is achievable and something that is not outside of your grasp, like getting a date. Okay, let me just take care a little bit of myself, watch a couple of YouTube videos, how to tie a tie, how to wear a suit, how to dress sharply, how to what kind of cologne to wear, how to cut my hair, etc., etc. Look for the right barber. A little bit of research, but it's not going to take a whole lot, and it's not going to break the bank. So do it. And number three, being obsessed about the final result. Once you are obsessed, you no longer need to rely on other people to motivate you, and you don't need other people to cheer you up, because you will do it because that is your obsession. That is something that drives you. You sleep, breathe, drink, everything about it. It just lives through you. So, and number four, develop the ability to stay self-motivated. Why? Because you're going to have peaks, you're going to have valleys. So if you're only going to celebrate and you're going to feel good when you're at your peaks and not when you're in your valleys, you're going to be very easily persuaded to do otherwise. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like and favorite this video, and also make sure you click that notification bell next to the subscription button. And by the way, if you have anybody in your life, anybody at all, that could benefit from this video, share it with them. And I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear their thoughts. Let me know what you like. And by the way, if you leave me a comment, I'll read them, I'll respond to you. And in the future, I'm actually answer your question live on one of these videos. So without any further ado, my name is Bogdan. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.